and welcome to the Pirate King Plays Genshin Impact. Last we left our hero, we had just entered the world of Simulanka. Of Simulanka. New limited time event quest. Amortized scales and tails. Oh, looks like there's still two of our friends that we haven't met there yet who will be there. Let's see, if I just go here. This way. Simulanka. Take a look at this. So yeah, we did a bunch of stuff here in the Forest of Blessings. Started to move on and realized, I should probably go and do these world quests first. So while off stream, I collected pretty much everything I was missing from the Forest of Blessings. Like chest and race-wise, that sort of thing. I think there's like 3 more things, maybe, that we'll get today while this. Right, squirrel voice.
Oh, Highness, what brings you here? Even how things...
I don't know who... It has to be one squirrel and the other squirrel. That's probably the princess we learned about yesterday with the frogs. If that's the princess's voice? Okay.
Given how things stand, I shall betray you the relic myself, and then decide what to do next. Highness, that will not do! Highness, you cannot go! Oh, it seems you have a better solution. Let's hear it then, Mr. Sabon. I'd like to inform your Highness that following a long discussion with Sufache last night, we have come to the conclusion that it would be better to set up a trial ground elsewhere. Here, and then the Guardian who passes the selection process can retrieve the relic for us. 2 birds, 1 stone. But without the relic, how can we be sure the chosen Guardian is really the one we are looking for? Worry not, ministers. Though we are indeed facing a great crisis, it is precisely as the legends predicted. When the crisis befalls us, a guardian shall thereupon emerge. At this moment, what I do ensure is that they are shown the right path. Besides, I am the best flyer in the kingdom. There is none more suitable than I to judge the guardian's abilities. But... you will go instead. I'm afraid my legs are rather useless when it comes to flight of any kind. How about you, Sabon? Will you go? My eyesight. Alas, I fear I would be unable to see their movements clearly enough to judge. Good, that's settled then. The 2 of you will stay to handle affairs within the kingdom, while I shall assist in managing the selection process at the original location myself.
Something fun going on?
Oh, greetings to both of you. Welcome to the Kingdom of Praises and Bells. You're very welcome to sign off for the Guardian of the Kingdom selection trials. You have not previously participated in the selection trials of our Kingdom of Praises and Bells, if I am not mistaken.
How does your Highness know that? Oh, God. I'm just starting to feel it in my throat doing that voice. Sounds good, though.
Your appearance differs greatly from all kingdom subjects. Had you taken part before, I would not forget it. Oh, that's enough chit-chat, I suppose. As it so happens, I was about to head over to the host to host a selection ceremony near the relic shrine. Let us go there together. Ministers, the kingdom's affairs are in your hands. Do not try to let anyone cut this tree down while I'm away finding my true guardian. As you wish, your highness. Two of you, please come with me. Before the selection officially begins, there are a few things I need to tell you.
Did she just flap her wings? Flying squirrels do not flap. Okie dokie. Yeah, definitely the right voice, but also, there's a chest. I just want to get that on the way. Definitely the right voice, but definitely weirder on my noise making parts than I expected. Let me guess, you guys don't like it. Ah.
Better than nothing.
I'll protect you.
Bunch of fruit and a cabbage. Yep.
Please wait here a moment. I will introduce the trial to you, as well as a few things you'll need to watch out for.
Oh, Her Highness sure is a decisive decision maker, huh? Guess that's a true princess for you. I declared I'd accept the trial quite suddenly, but Your Highness didn't seem particularly surprised.
Oh,
Oh,
perhaps my introduction seemed a little too forthcoming. My apologies. In truth, there have been many squirrels who, like you, have suddenly turned up and declared their intention to undergo the trial. So I'm already accustomed to receiving such candidates. At least, there were many before that dragon attacked the kingdom.
you said it was to retrieve a relic. Is it being kept somewhere dangerous?
It is indeed. As I mentioned not long ago, a giant dragon passed through our kingdom. We tried our best to drive it away, but before leaving, it trampled both the trial ground and the sacred site where the relic was kept to smithereens. Our original stable trial environment is now very different from the way it used to be. The wind currents have become unpredictable, causing a dramatic increase in the difficulty of some trial stages. After the environment changed so drastically, some candidates who could have easily passed the first few stages before now find even the very first stage too challenging. But from another perspective, the current trial is actually a better test of a candidate's true strength, so it should better help us choose a strong guardian of the kingdom.
I'm pretty strong.
I am too. Well, if that is truly the case, let us get straight to it. Allow me to introduce the trial for you. Simply put, in this trial, the candidate must help their squirrel companion fly in the right direction by guiding them along the wind currents. Don't worry, it isn't complicated. All you have to do is observe the direction of the currents and make decisions accordingly. Of course, you need not worry about the issue of direction. In this kingdom, no wind can stop me from flying wherever I will. All right, let us begin. Please make sure you're both ready.
Hey. When we're back down here, alrighty.
Well together, your judgments are most precise.
Only Princess Kismet? Probably Kismet. Possesses immense power of flight, may go even against the current through the wind passage. Ordinary flying squirrels would be scared off by the flurry of floral fury unleashed. Okay, good on you for that one.
The final trial.
goodness, you're amazing. You flew past so easily.
Your ability to judge the wind's currents is also remarkable. It seems you're worthy to undergo the trial after all. Let us make haste to the side where the relic is being kept. Hopefully we won't have another run-in with that dragon.
Yeah, we were told about the dragon, but we haven't seen it yet. I am a voice, but not life. What was that? It sounded like someone's voice. Oh, like, did you hear that? I definitely heard it, but I have no idea what it meant. Oh, Princess, way ahead. Let's forget about that for now and catch up with her first. Also, that was a normal stone. Well, not normal. More of a stone door. A la the ruins that we know. Yeah, ruins here. Oh. Door shut tight. You can faintly hear something from within. Yeah, looking at this is where the frog is going to end up going. Oh, I'll just do this thing. It's over here that last chest So this is where the relic was being kept? The footprints are massive. The dragon must be huge.
Perhaps in driving the dragon away, we also drove it into a rage. The relic is down there. Past the trial, you may claim it.
I thought the relic would be protected by some kind of seal or guard or something. It looks like it's just lying there. It doesn't seem like anything's stopping someone from just taking it. Just hop on a step away.
What you say is correct. The relic does indeed have a seal, namely the trial that you have seen. According to the kingdom's records, one must pass the trial in order to retrieve the relic. Conversely, if it is taken by someone who has not yet passed the trial, it will lose its meaning as a relic. Thus, even I must pass the entire trial to retrieve the true relic. There must be both a trial and a challenger to do so. Without satisfying these two conditions, the best case scenario is that we'd be walking away with a useless lump of stone.
Best case scenario? Does that mean something worse could happen too? Those who act in defiance of the rules shall be cursed. Cursed? In that case, let's just go ahead and accept the trial. Come on, do the thing. Oh. Music. Oh, it just didn't. Go.
Those furious flowers over there could be of use.
Way back. Ah, I see.
I hadn't expected you to be able to judge the wind current so accurately. If you were flying swirls like I am, navigating those wind currents would pose you no challenge, of that I'm certain.
If everyone had to use wind gliders, I'd be unable.
Is that so? I'm glad to hear that, because you two are the most guardian-like candidates I've ever seen. Let us continue. The current wind conditions are just right.
No problem. Everything's going great. We're the Guardians Your Highness has been looking for. Your Highness was outstanding too.
Thank you for your kind words. I had in fact passed the trial many times before the dragon destroyed the sacred site. And in terms of flying ability, I am confident that no other squirrel is my equal. Previous candidates found even the first few stages too difficult.
Huh? But if Your Highness already passed the trial, how come you didn't take the relic?
Unfortunately,
Okay.
unfortunately, the relic has yet to acknowledge me.
So Guardians require the relic's acknowledgement. How does a relic get to call the shots?
As I do not know. Perhaps I thought I didn't pass the trial.
Surely there aren't hidden stages. Do the trial stages change for each challenger?
All I know is the relic has never lit up for me. But you, not only have you come precisely at our kingdom's hour of need, but your capabilities are undeniable. That is why I believe you will earn the relic's acknowledgement.
Hard word to do in that voice.
Let us continue. Final stage of the trial awaits.
Oh.
There's some uninvited guests. Trouble to premises.
There we go. You can move now.
Verdict is
Fire! Dead body got in my way. Water one.
Really, you both are exceptionally skilled. Wrong with Furious Flowers.
Let me out of the fire, thank you.
Let the show begin.
Thought of my own.
Okay. Oh yeah, the fight, they kind of knocked. We passed! Our luck, we're guardians now! So is this the relic that's used to acknowledge new guardians? Huh? There's something carved into it. Like a line of text, maybe? Let's come and take a closer look. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Paimon doesn't get it, do you? It's probably some roundabout way of cheering us on. Only meant to encourage challengers.
Those words have always been there, even though I do not know their origin. Since they may hold some great significance for the kingdom, but I have yet to grasp their meaning. Whatever the case, given your performance in the trial, you are undoubtedly the most suitable candidate for the title of Guardian I have ever seen or ever met. Your abilities and judgment are beyond question. Meeting you at a time like this is truly a blessing for our kingdom. Now that we have retrieved the relic, we may hold the ceremony right away. I am fully confident that your courage and abilities may have won you the relic's respect.
You flatter me, Your Highness. It was nothing. We're just glad we could help you, Your Highness. Whoa! When did you guys get here? I didn't even notice you arrive.
We flew over, of course. We were among the best flyers around when we were young, you know. How else would we have been able to serve the princess?
Never judge a squirrel by its appearance.
Well, I never. A visitor turning up at our time of crisis, a guardian emerging from the trials victorious, and the relic in our possession intact and unharmed. Your Highness, everything is exactly as the legend said. It seems our kingdom finally has a future to look forward to. We shall find out soon enough. Now, please place your hand upon the relic. Let it light up and proclaim that you are henceforth the guardian of the kingdom.
Has it even lit up at all?
I might take a look. Yeah, maybe it's been there so long it just can't light up anymore. Kind of like how candles that have been lying around for too long won't burn very bright. Oh, how could that be? All the details match, yet the relic's still... Your Highness, whatever the case, at least the relic is in our hands, even if our guess has failed to be acknowledged by... Now, Your Highness? Place the relic to one side. It is my kingdom for which the challenges have come. Therefore, it is I who must acknowledge them. Highness, but no ruler of our kingdom has ever taken upon themselves to acknowledge a guardian. Let us create a precedent for future rulers to follow. Arlok, Paimon, come forward. As Princess of the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells, I hereby decree Arlok and Paimon shall henceforth be recognized as the kingdom's paladins of Breezes and Bells.
It is my honor, Your Highness.
Hooray, a paladin of Breezes and Bells. Such a cool title.
Definitely cooler than just being any old guardian.
Well, surely that means we still haven't found our guardian. If that is so, then we won't be able to fulfill our calling. If we cannot fulfill our calling, well, we no longer have a future to look forward to, just like the kingdoms that came before us. Fret not, or we'll find a way.
Wait, speaking of choosing a guardian, you're currently choosing a champion over at Rainsong Pond.
You mean that for Robert, who could jump super high? You're right, the whole reason they held that contest was to find a champion to come rescue the princess. Although it doesn't seem like the princess needs saving, if you were looking for a super strong champion to win your contest, they just so happen to have one. In fact, there's bound to be heaps of potential champions over there.
Wait, by contest you mean trial, and by champion you mean guardian.
What an extraordinary coincidence! Your trial doesn't really have anything to do with jumping. Still, from what you've said, it sounds like they found the strongest candidate to complete their calling. It seems a trip over to Rainsong Pond is in order. Thank you for informing me. Wait, Your Highness, there are paper frogs over there. They're nothing like us. They're not... So what? A guardian's most vital asset is what is in their heart, not their appearance. Ministers, you are to stay and look after the kingdom while I am gone. I will go to Rainsong Pond myself.
Oh, hey there, Terry Teresa. No, I'd have to go over to my computer to see if you're whispering to me. Why would you do that while I'm streaming? Just talk in chat. Unless, of course, you are talking about your chat. That's just my bad for noticing too late. I had someone whisper at me a few days ago that I didn't notice until after the stream. And I'm like, what was the point in that? But yeah, sorry about that. Yes, I can see your messages. I'm good. I'm good. Looking forward to this weekend.
My Lord Paladin, I hope that the champion over Rainsong Pond is as fearless and skilled as you are.
Well, skilled is certainly accurate. As for fearless, that remains to be seen.
Oh, you mean to say this champion of theirs is actually a sheep in wolf's clothing?
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I tend to stream Genshin in between all my other games, because it is a continuous thing. And this is the current event quest. Limited time, it ends at the end of the month, so I really wanted to start it. I still have a bit more of the game I recently finished Xenoblade Chronicles 3, and I have like post-game and DLC stuff to do, but I wanted to get to this first. Your fave character? Ooh. I don't know if I have one. It really depends on what aspect you mean, like the actual character or how they play. No, I probably still couldn't pick one. They're all pretty interesting. There's a few characters I seriously don't like, but hard to pick ones I actually do like.
Alright, that's settled then. Oh, and if I'm going over to Rainsong Pond, perhaps I'd better bring some gifts.
Lisa's cool. Farina!
A reward on the road.
A bit hit and miss with me. Actually, you know what? She might have gotten a bit better after she was no longer beholden to the lie. Wait a second, nothing's showing up here, but I guess we can just go to Rainsong Pond. Lisa is a great character, though. Oh, wait, were we supposed to talk to her? Hey, thanks for the follow, Sophia Morgan. I've been good. So my day has been work. So yeah, that's about it. I work, I come home, I have dinner, and then I sleep. Most every day. Hey, they met up. Let's see if I can remember the voice I gave for Robert.
So we're all completely stumped.
How come you're all here? Oh, it's you! Such a relief that you've come.
Thank you for coming, my honorable paladin. We seem to have run into a rather peculiar problem.
Peculiar problem? Oh no, don't tell Paimon that the relic hasn't acknowledged Mr. Farobert either. If the problem was only that I hadn't been acknowledged as guardian, that would actually be simpler. How to put this... wait, no, that's the wrong person. Oh, man. Sorry, I'm missing some of your messages because I have to look back and forth. Completed a VTuber model project. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, bye, Sophia. Have a good day. Yeah. You know, I've actually considered getting a VTuber model, but I made a post about it like a month ago and then realized I said the wrong thing because I'm not looking to commission a VTuber model yet. All I was looking for was people who had commissioned before to get some information. No, you can't. I'm not doing that yet. When I actually want to commission a movable VTuber or even just a PNG tuber, I already know which artists I'm going to ask. I just wanted to know what the process really was. But that's neither here nor there. I decided eventually that before I ever do that, I want to get some high quality artwork of the Pirate King as I see him. And I do have an idea of what artist I want to commission for that. So I'm not looking for any new artists at the moment. But no. Also, as a rule, do not advertise yourself in chat. Seem like a good person so far. Do not ever advertise yourself in other people's chats. That is extremely rude. I'm gonna continue reading the story here.
How How to put this? Mr. Robert is indeed the champion jumper, that much is indisputable. But the trial he passed in Rainsong Pond's jumping contest, and when he was acknowledged as champion, it was a committee that declared him so.
It is true that Her Highness resides in a tall tower, and that in this kingdom does indeed have its own series of arduous trials. But she clearly is entrapped, much less needs me to jump up and rescue her. And those trials, no matter how good I was at jumping, I'd never be able to pass them. They just aren't designed for paper frogs. On paper, you seem like the perfect candidate, but the details just didn't work out.
What are we to do if we can't complete our calling?
You keep talking about this calling of yours, and Mr. Robert mentioned it too. What is it exactly? If you haven't found the guardian and princess you're looking for, why don't you just keep looking? Even if you don't manage to find them right this instant, it's not like this place is gonna vanish into thin air.
Our kingdom exists for its calling. It is also the only way we can save it.
Likewise, the residents of Rainsong Bond have sacrificed so much and are continuing to sacrifice for that princess who's nowhere to be found. Generation after generation of champions have quietly aged away, all memory of their deeds fading into oblivion.
Mr. Horley has spoken of these brave ones before. Weighed down by the burden of unrealized ambition, they are left with no other choice but to end their days in obscurity. Such a fate is crueler than the fall of a kingdom.
For Robert, we talked about this. You said you were going to reconsider, and now you must have faith in our champion. If I were perched on a lotus leaf and suddenly found myself drifting away with the current, I would do my best to make sure it didn't capsize in the middle of the river. How I carry the lotus head bangle, I cannot shirk my duty. This has nothing to do with courage, Mr. Horlu, just duty. Paimon knew our lotus leaf rafting experience wasn't a complete waste of time. Spoken like a true champion. But if I do end up going overboard, you'll have to call for a Stumpe. He definitely can't be better at this than I am. He's the real champion when it comes down to it. So why have I ended up being the one on the lotus leaf? Looks like we still have to go rafting a few more times.
Ha! You're one unique champion. No matter how hard you try, you're always convinced you're going to fail. You really needn't worry. After all, not only did you come here entirely of your own accord, but you had the courage to shoulder a great responsibility. You were brave enough to make a choice and boldly follow through with it. At least in my eyes, you're no less than any flying squirrel.
Your Highness, thank you for your praise and your trust. Besides, I'm already on this lotus leaf, so I can't get off it now anyway.
Well, anyway, now that we have the backing of so many strong fighters, I think it's high time we headed to the Cave of Airy Murmurs and see what lurks in its depths. So Vaughn, so Fotch, there's no use trying to stop me, after all. When have you ever succeeded in holding me back? Come on, lighten up. This is the last clue we need to save the kingdom. But not a single princess has gone into the Cave of Airy Murmurs has ever come back out again. If there's nothing in the Cave of Airy Murmurs, what does it matter whether I return or not? On the other hand, there really is a clue to the salvation of the kingdom in there. And even if I were to be trapped inside, it wouldn't be such a bad thing, would it?
What kind of place is this Cave of Airy Murmurs anyway? Why does your Highness sound so serious?
Oh, it's nothing out of the ordinary. Simply put, it's where those princesses of past kingdoms search for the answer. But even until the day their kingdom vanished utterly, those princesses were never seen again.
By never seen again, surely you don't mean Cave's fault? They disappeared too?
There isn't a single flying squirrel that knows. But we'll find out soon enough! To be safe, we'll bring the relic along with us. Who knows, it might just come in handy. Alright, everyone, let's go! Given that one of you is an expert flyer and the other a champion jumper, I guess you'll both be able to keep up with me.
Okay. Oh, man. This is why I usually like only doing the quests in this game that are voiced on stream. because then I have to voice everything that isn't. And I can't pay attention to chat if I'm reading.
Oh, Her Highness has flown off already. Let's catch up.
We're going. I think it's at the Cave Eerie Murmurs before? I'm sure she heard a strange voice while we were here. Just to let you guys know, us paper frogs aren't very good at jumping in caves.
Don't worry, Mr. Robert. Paimon might have just been hearing things.
I am a voice, but a voice is not a life. Interaction is only born of contradictions, and only interaction is dialogue.
There it is again. Do not fear, these voices will not harm us. They're simply lamenting their own past.
Lamenting the past? These the princesses' voices?
To be precise, both princesses and princes, what they have in common is they are all voices from fallen kingdoms. They came in search of answers, but found nothing. All they could do was stay and lament their fate in vain.
You know this place well. Must have been here many times before.
You show great intuition as one expects of a paladin. It is correct, I have come here often since my session. After all, compared to all those princesses and princes from the past, there's nothing special about me at all. It was wishful thinking indeed of me to have imagined that a miracle might suddenly happen, and that I'd find our true guardian just like that. But for the sake of my kingdom, I had to keep searching for a way to fulfill my calling. I could not simply stand by and watch it fade away. So I looked everywhere, but found nothing. Finally, though, I narrowed down my search to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. Well, because this cave has never been thoroughly investigated, and so as not to drive subordinates of Fache sick with worry, or cause their voices to go hoarse, I've never entered the Cave of Eerie Murmurs myself. Now for the future of the kingdom and all our aged champions, I have no choice but to go in. Don't be afraid, Your Highness. Not only do you have the super strong Arlok and the champion jumper, Mr. Robert, to back you up, but also the seasoned floater Paimon, too. No matter what happens, we'll make sure you stay safe. Right, Arlok, Mr. Robert?
Leave it all to me.
We've got your back, I think. I mean, hopefully got your back. Seriously, caves really aren't designed for jumping in.
It's all right, Mr. Champion. We still have plenty of time to prepare. After all, we need to figure out how to get into the cave first.
Definitely a puzzle. There you are. Ah, nope, gotta hit that first.
The door opens. Come on, everyone, let us enter. It's so chilly around here. Such a strange vibe. I was just glad we haven't seen anything weird. Wait a sec. What's that called on the wall over there? Looks like a story.
What's it about? Why does she have to be the one to talk so much? Why'd I? I know why I gave her this voice. She's a tiny little squirrel lady.
After setting up the trial herself, the princess awaited her guardian within the kingdom. I think I recall this story from the kingdom's records. In the legend, it said that despite the passing of much time, still there came no sign of a guardian, and it seemed the kingdom's resources would soon run dry. The princess, whose name was Seoya,
Seoya?
before made a decision. She let the kingdom's people fall into a deep slumber and sealed off all the land except the tower, where she alone remained to await the coming of the Guardian.
What became of this princess?
The Guardian that she awaited never came. In the end, she is said to have come to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs alone and vanished from the world without a trace. It's true this princess showed great courage, but I cannot say I agree with her approach. So I see it, deciding to simply wait there, while her people slept in blissful ignorance, she consigned her kingdom to an unknown fate. Instead, she should have taken the initiative by calling upon her people to unite as one, seeking out this guardian together. If she had done this, even if all their efforts had turned out to be in vain, at least she would have known that she'd done all she could. It's just as the last line of the story says. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course.
Your Highness, it hasn't come to that yet.
Come on, there's still hope. And who knows? Might even be some important clues left for us to find. Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away. Anyway, let's keep searching. Looking around, it seems like we haven't completed the trials of the Cave of Eerie Murmurs yet.
It feels completely different. Okay. You seem to want me to go that way. There's a irritating thing that is both reasonable and obvious. A system for saying goodbye was so glaringly obvious. Lotus leaves and dewdrops. What the? Why has this story been carved on the wall? What is it? Someone's carved a story here that goes, once upon a time, there was a paper frog who wished he had a pair of wings. He prayed to the goddess, who told him that if he could jump higher than all the other frogs, he would have his wings.
Wait a sec. If he could already jump higher than the other frogs, why would he need wings?
Maybe it's just hyperbole. No, this champion's name is actually recorded in the committee's register. This paper frog, whose name was Cybrellus, once won the championship 7 times in a row. No frog was his equal. His symbol was a pair of wings made of lotus leaves, so they dubbed him Wing Cybrellus.
7 times in a row? I haven't heard you won the championship many times in a row too, Mr. Frobber.
Me? Yes, I've won it 7 times and Estampe 6. I'd be no match for this champion. Back in those days, they had to figure it all out themselves, without any experience to go on. If my generation of frogs had jumped higher than others, it is merely by jumping up from the shoulders of giants.
There he goes again, putting himself down as usual.
So what happened to that champion? This I do not know. According to the committee's records, in the last jumping contest he ever took part in, Cybrellus came second. Second, so that means... Indeed it does. Given that he is no longer felt up to the task of rescuing the princess, Cybrellus announced his retirement there and then. He told his friend that the jumping contest no longer held any meaning for him, and that unless he rediscovered its meaning someday, he would never again compete. From that day forth, not once was his name ever again mentioned in the records of Rainsong Pond.
So just like those princes and princesses, there was a point in time after which this champion simply vanished from the world.
That's right. All in all, the story really doesn't seem like a promising omen.
Wait a minute, hold on a minute. Last line of this story is also, Stories follow rules unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Why does this line keep reappearing?
We better complete the rest of the trials first.
Yes, you're right. Let's focus on the puzzle before us.
All these papers, though.
I wonder where it will lead us in the end.
What's all this in here?
It looks like this cave has no intention of just giving us the answers, but rather plans on testing us instead.
The road to success is never straight, huh? Another trial. Let's do this.
Thank you. Let's go take a look at this final trial.
Okay, looks like a combination of the two things. First, done here.
Great team, Mr. Champion, my honorable melody.
Glad I didn't drag you all down. When did these candles light up?
Hey, that must mean we passed this trial, huh? That all went pretty smoothly.
Who's the king of trials now? That's right, this guy. Oh, practice makes perfect. You're in such good shape. If only I was as talented as you are. Huh? Did you hear that? Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Once upon a time, there was a paper frog who wished he had a pair of wings. He prayed to the goddess who told him that if he could jump higher than all the other frogs, he would have his wings. Long ago, there was a princess who personally set up a trial in the kingdom. She waited and waited and waited. Oh, guardian, where art thou? Eek, the paper's talking. In this world, that's not really that weird. Another paper frog just like me. Another useless champion squandered years in a pair of worthless, withered wings. Oh wait. Champion formerly known as Sorellis. I should give him a different voice, but we're going to do it that way. Wait! Surely you can't be! I am an evaporated dewdrop, a pair of wings too weak for flight. The name Sorellis is no longer one I am fit to wear.
It is a great honor to meet you, Your Highness.
What? Oh yeah, okay.
A great honor to meet you, Your Highness, Princess Celia. It is an honor to meet you too, Your Highness. You, yet another stranger, another princess. So, Paimon's guessing they're the champions and princess mentioned in the stories on the wall?
These look like two manuscripts.
It is an honor to meet you both. You have resided in this cave for a long time now, so you should know why we are here. Your Highness, have you found the answer you were looking for? Where's the guardian we are looking for?
Great champion, where's the princess that us paper frogs are supposed to save? You should go back. There's no answers here, only question after question. No river awaits. The lotus leaves do not exist for us. The pond has never seen victory's laurel nor a princess. Stories follow rules unfolding in cyclical patterns. Such a futile expectation. When will the cycle end?
Keep waiting. There are no answers here, only question after question. The pen that wrote these words has not alighted back upon the page, yet the ink of fate has long dried up. Neither the guardian nor the period that marks the end shall appear. Thus it has always been, until now. But each should follow its own course. This is destiny's inexplicable hope. When will the path ahead reveal itself?
What are they talking about? Paimon doesn't get it. Whatever it is, it doesn't sound too promising. Might as well have said nothing. Huh? But why? No river awaits, and the lotus leaves do not exist for us. That makes it sound like Rainsong Pond is already...
Neither the guardian nor the period that marks the end shall appear. Anyway, we shouldn't jump to conclusions too soon. We haven't even completed the trial yet.
Alright, giving up before the contest has ended seems like bad etiquette indeed. Let's take care of the trials first. Yeah, let's stay positive. There's a pleasant surprise waiting for us. More. First of all, activate the flowers. Oh. Seems we passed all the trials, right? We passed the trials, but nothing seems to have happened.
I brought the relic, but it hasn't reacted at all.
Are we really meant to just keep waiting here? But what exactly are we waiting for?
It's not like some kind of god's gonna suddenly swoop down and tell us what to do, is it?
What we're willing to do is wait. All we can do is wait. Meaning lies in waiting. The future lies unknown.
When did they appear? And insisting that we wait like that, what are we even waiting for? Perhaps they do not know either, which is why
They've been waiting all this time, so long they turned into manuscripts. We are echoes with nowhere to return, existences that do not exist, unfinished chapters of blank paper, as are you.
together let us go back to where we belong. Stories follow rules unfolding in cyclical patterns. Each follows its own course.
Hey, you! Piles are out in paper. Why do you keep telling us to wait? Your Highness, waiting will get us nowhere.
That's it. I knew I wasn't in the wrong place. Your Highness Princess Ciolia, I have my answer. To the rest of you, it is time for us to part ways. Thank you all for everything you have done. And it is clear to me that the answer lies not in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. When I first arrived, I was afraid I would have to pay a heavy price to find a way to save the kingdom here. In the end, the Cave of Eerie Murmurs holds nothing more than a pile of old manuscripts deceiving themselves by waiting. It is a great relief to know that hope still lies elsewhere. The future lies unknown. Meaning lies in waiting. Your Highness. Meaning lies in the unknown. Waiting only leads to waiting. I most certainly will not save the kingdom using such a method. If the Guardian does not come, I will go in search of them. If I cannot find them in my kingdom, I will search the rest of the world instead. If they are not to be found in this world, then I shall keep searching beyond it. Even if my kingdom is destined to fall, I wish to witness its final moments when its ending is written. Such blindness, such impetuosity, such frivolity, such ignorance, such superficiality, such impatience. Say what you will, but as you yourselves just put it, stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. If your path here lies here in endless waiting, then mine lies instead on the road ahead.
Can I say something? If you were to deem it acceptable, I would like to go along with your highness, too. Wow, someone seems pretty motivated all of a sudden. After all, if I could help your highness find your guardian, you could also be interpreted as... that could also be interpreted as saving the princess. I am the champion of Rainsong Pond. Even if I do it for Rainsong Pond, I must continue to fulfill my duty.
If you're willing to help, then on behalf of the entire kingdom of breezes and bells, I thank you.
That is most all right. I will, of course, still have to ask the committee's opinion, especially Horlo and Estape. As you know, I always seem to cause trouble. We believe in you, our champion of champions.
Great, so what's that? Your Highness, the relic next to you, it's lighting up.
I knew it was starting to go. Oh, okay, alright, we're doing this now. Normally we do this through water.
It should follow its own course, but... It seems to figure something out, but Paimon hasn't.
To me, like, there must be a lot of Maglos of our own. I'm just gonna observe. This is cool. Oh, we're going through here. No, we're not. That's where we got launched out of on a lotus leaf. How can you tell? They have been reduced to points of light. Back here. Oh, my leg. Is it still on the ground? I can barely feel it anymore. All four of your feet are still firmly on the ground, Mr. Champion. They're in better condition than any of us are.
Those princesses from the past. They seem to have left too. I hope they'll never return to the Cave of Airy Murmurs.
It seems our trip to the Cave of Airy Murmurs wasn't for nothing. Stop saying the full fucking name. It's for nothing after all. With the relic lit up, there's hope for your highness's
is indeed so. The fact that the relic is lit up means it has found a guardian worthy of acknowledgement. It seems the guardian that the relic was looking for was not a valiant warrior in the usual sense. A true guardian who is worthy of acknowledgement is one who always follows their heart, someone who pushes forward relentlessly, in spite of their fear. It turns out that this relic, which we've been treating like the problem, was actually the answer all along.
The manuscripts waiting in the cave.
They've been waiting for their path to appear, waiting all this time. A waiting leads only to more waiting. No one can find the solution to a problem simpler by searching within the problem itself.
That's not true.
Like, you wouldn't be able to pick up a leaf from a tree if you were standing on the leaf itself.
That is true.
Sounds complicated. Pumpkin's feeling dizzy now. Anyway, none of them were acknowledged by the relic as guardians. Your Highness and Mr. Ferrobert were, though. And now the relic is lit up and we found your guardian. Doesn't that mean the problem's solved, Your Highness? Well, you could say that, but I still haven't managed to figure out exactly why it lit up. Looks like Saborn and Sofache will be doing some more research for me. Oh, and now that the guardian's been chosen, doesn't mean the relic's trial has lost its meaning too?
It'd be a shame to tear it all down.
No, I will keep the trial in place. But it will now be used to train guardians rather than to choose them. Every flying squirrel was to become a guardian someday, and no matter what difficulties the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells faced, we could overcome them together. I might have been waiting to do this for a long time. Just a pity the relic refused to light up sooner. That's a bonus of Fache stood in my way. Now that I've been acknowledged by the relic, I shall do whatever I wish.
That's why you're the princess, Highness.
No, Her Highness's title should now be Guardian Princess of the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells.
So, Your Highness, would it be alright if I took part in the training? You're already the champion. No. Did you hear that sound just now? That voice that was speaking? This is a trial that you must face to serve Princess Kismet and fulfill your calling. Nope, whose voice was it? It was the same as the voice of the manuscript that claimed to be Sibrellis in the Cave of the Eerie Murmurs. Surely the great champion himself didn't actually believe I can fulfill Rainsong Pond's calling. But Princess Kismet doesn't need me to save her. If anything, I'm the one who needs her help. So you told me you could do it? Huh? No, I didn't. Or rather, he had no intention of hearing my opinion anyway, but seeing as it's for the calling of Rainsong Pond, what choice do I have?
You're saying you would like to undergo the trial. And of course you're welcome to. I couldn't be more delighted to hear that the champion of Rainsong Pond is willing to serve in my kingdom. Besides, I had plans to travel far away in the future. I was actually just about to invite you to come along with me. After all, there are bound to be places in this world where the wind doesn't blow. When that time comes, we'll have to rely on those champion legs of yours.
Really? Then I'll try my best not to make any mistakes. Though I've never tried jumping with anyone riding on my back before.
Then you'll have to train harder from now on. As to the two of you, thank you for all the help you've given me in my kingdom. Now, there are still so many mysteries yet to be solved. Why did we need to find a guardian, and why would a kingdom fall into decay by itself? Why would Rainsong Pond have such a calling? At least the kingdom has been saved, so now I'll have more time to contemplate these questions.
Arlok, don't you think that those manuscripts in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs seem to be related to a story we had heard before? The legend that Milu told us about, the goddess of fate who used to paint those are stories.
Did you know something about all that?
Well, it's long and complicated. Well, actually, it's not that long or complicated, this story. You tell Princess Kismet and Robert the story of the goddess of fate.
So basically, everything we've been through is a story written by the goddess of fate.
Alright,
now we've really become characters in a story, but seeing as that goddess wrote us in, why didn't you give us an ending? First those poor souls in the cave, and now us. We've all been through so much.
So that must mean it was also the goddess of fate who came up with that line. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. I need some time to think about these matters more deeply. Lord Paladin, please take these gifts as a token of my gratitude. These are the only treasures I brought with me. If you have time, please come back to visit the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells again. I believe that you may have some questions for me. But first, I must rest well and think hard.
Okay, I'm done with Squirrel Voice.
I'll keep this close.
And that should be all of the chests in the Forest of Blessings. So now we head back here. Moving on, or doing Karara's quest first. Here's the thing. She told us to move on and come back here later. But I kind of want to just do this now. Because it's on the way to where we were going. Maybe we should move on back to this. Not sure if it really matters or not. On just so I have another place to explore and loot. But yeah, we can come back to this. That's what you wanted Isolation Metropole. Our destination. One of the trials I found while doing stuff off stream yesterday, I'm like, oh, this is how they intended for us to go down this path. So, look out for stuff like this. Or hey.
A reward on the road.
Oh, also, I ended up getting an item. It was from the event. I remember we looked at it before. I'm like, what does this even do? This thing here, the Jokin letters. It pretty much, it's a pulse. It'll show me where any collectibles are. Usually stuff
Help
with
me!
the pages.
Somebody, please! Help me! Help! Goddess of prophecy above, would you kind souls please help us?
What happened here? Why are you all suspended in midair?
I mean, being stuck in midair still beats falling to the ground and being smashed into a pile of blocks, but... I told him to be careful, but... No. Never mind. Now's not the time for that. My good friends, could I trouble you to turn the clockwork key over there? I'll explain everything in a bit.
in the vicinity of Constellation Metropole, you can sometimes see small toy figures fixed around a Constellation clockwork device. This is a gift from the Goddess of Prophecy to the Metropole. It can help toy figures who have encountered danger return to the right track. Attack it to gradually rewind the surrounding scene. After rewinding, keep everything still for 2 seconds, and the toy figure's faded tracks will begin to move once more. You will find clues in the scene that can interfere with movement. Use this to change the fate of the toy figures. Originally a pillar that residents of Simulacra used to pray for oracles. But it has other uses today. As you view the ringed oracle pillar, the interact button will emerge. Press it and the magic thread will fly toward the oracle pillar next and connect to it. When unable to connect, you can attack the connected oracle pillar to reset all locking states.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you.
What
Okay.
happened there? It almost seemed like we turned back time.
I take it this is your first time witnessing the power of the Goddess of Prophecy, then? If so, I can see why you might think that. Basically, this is a gift bestowed upon Constellation Metropole by the Goddess of Prophecy, who rules over the natural course of all things. It helps those who have deviated from their proper path to get back on track.
Proper path? Do you mean everything that happens in the Metropole has been planned out since the very beginning?
Why are you saying that as if it's a bad thing?
You're not explaining it clearly. Here, allow me. Of course, all the residents of the Metropole have the freedom to live their own lives. For instance, whether I use olive oil or sesame oil in my morning skincare routine is entirely my choice. But whenever something disastrous is about to happen, like when I almost got turned into a pile of rubble just now, the goddess's magic will activate in the world around us.
So, in other words, it's kind of protection magic? To keep people alive?
You could say that. There are other situations in which it activates too, but that's basically correct.
Well, in any case, we're glad no one's hurt.
Are you heading to the Constellation Metropole?
Yep. Do you know where we can find the Gear Sky ladder?
Oh, it's just that platform up ahead. The one with the key sticking out.
That thing? Are you sure?
Yep, that's the one. Pretty much everything in the Metropole runs on tracks and gears. The Goddess of Prophecy watches over it all. Which is to say, all the tracks are fixed. If a machine is set up to move forwards, it'll never move in reverse.
This reminds Paimon a lot of Fontaine's clockwork toys.
You mean, like those music boxes with dancing figures? I think I've seen one or two from the merchants in Sumeru.
Yeah, exactly like that. Anyway, sounds like it's not gonna suddenly fall out of the sky, so Paimon's okay now. Should we get going?
Moments game.
Is this an answer from
Oh.
this world?
There's more things. Shown more things. Welcome to Constellation Metropole, Orlock, Miss Paimon. My colleagues have appraised me of your names and deeds and have confirmed that you are valiant indeed. Were I not in charge of training the guards, I should have liked to spar with you. So you're a guard yourself, then. Oh, in sooth I am. On the orders of our liege, we are to defend Constellation Metropole and keep the peace. My work, specifically, is to train the guards, that their skills may prove worthy of their duty. So the door behind leads to the training grounds. Keen-eyed indeed. It leads to a domain that we just finished remodeling. Within those grounds, the trainee must swing their blade to a specific rhythm, and the arena's lighting will constantly change throughout the battle. Sounds like some pretty rigorous training. Sounds complicated more like. Do you have to follow that specific rhythm while fighting as well? This part of the regiment is actually derived from a story titled The Owl Musician. It was popular amongst the guards some time back. Many enjoyed it to the point where they'd forget to take part in training, and their daily patrols were delayed. But I had a thought. Since everyone liked it so much, adding elements of the story into our training would make it more enjoyable. It has a visible effect on training. If nothing else, there have been no further delays in our patrols due to personal reasons. Won't the two of you be interested in said training? The challenges within should be a piece of cake for those with valor such as yours. I'd love to give it a try. Such commendable courage! Excellent! Please then, step into the domain. Oh wait, you're gonna put me in there right now? Fuck. I should have picked the other option. No, you're not. Okay. In measurable trials, you have to form 2 teams to complete 2-stage combat. I hate these. I hate this fucking thing. Stop doing that to me. I have one team that I stick with and I'm good for it. Also, I only have 3 level 80 characters. Also, but if they give me trial characters, that's better. We're not doing that now. You know what that is? Okay, we have all of these things now. Right, okay, 2 is unlocked. So I can do that. Any of the stuff in here, I will be doing. Okay, that's a quest. And this is a trial. Oh, that must have been what I just got, I guess. I'll be doing those off stream. Oh, we have 45 coins. I guess we can go back. Oh, and that's how the figurines are how we get this as well. Oh, there's one in here too. Okay. Answers. Yeah, I know that's available. Right, so when we get to this, there's the other 2, and there's the fabricator. Let's go in first. Hop back to the other fabricator. Yeah, I get it. Charge, it will stop.
Oh, what a bustling
The
city!
daytime.
This place is fit for a king!
Our next step is to get to the top of the metropole and ask the goddess of prophecy for guidance. If there is a king in that castle, I sure hope he won't get mad at us for trespassing.
Something tells me that's not how it works.
Make way for the king!
Oh, darn, we jinxed it. Oh, no. Did he overhear us talking about us sneaking in?
Silence!
The one who shall soon stand before you is the ruler of Constellation Metropole, the one who descended after a meteor shower, and the protector of order and all the stars in the sky.
That's a long list of titles.
I bid ye welcome, guest from afar. Long have I heard of your grand
Really?
deeds. O fairy, who restored the life
No!
of the forest.
No!
O hero, who... huh?
Fucking mustache! That face.
Hold your foul tongue! How dare you utter Her Majesty's name?
Mercy, your majesty. Please forgive our transgression.
Nice one, partner. Spectacular improvisation skills. I'd expect no less from you. All right. You can relax now. Allow me to make some introductions. This is the Traveler, and his trusty companion, Paimon.
You are personal friends with Her Majesty the King? Please, forgive our grievous mistake. We had no idea.
All right. The welcome ceremony is over. Everyone back to your stations.
Is
I
that-
will personally treat our guests to some royal hospitality.
I think that's
Yes,
her
Your
normal
Majesty.
outfit. Just with a crown instead of a hat. Your Majesty, we are most grateful for your...
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
already sent them off. So, anyway, how did you guys get here?
We were gonna ask you the same thing! Also, how are you already king of this nation? And where did you get a crown? Oh, wait, don't say it! You just woke up like this, right?
Sounds like you've answered your own question. But before I woke up, I heard a voice say to me, "You are the king of Constellation Metropole. Now go forth and save your city." A similar thing happened to me. Oh, yeah, sorry. You must be the fairy of the Forest of Blessings, right?
Mm-hmm. This is Nilu, a friend that we made during our time in Sumeru.
Nice to meet you, Miss Nilu. I'm Navia, the president of Spina di Rosula. If you ever get the chance to go to Fontaine, make sure you come and visit me. I'm based in Poisson.
Seems like you're taking this all in stride. Aren't you nervous about getting stuck here and never being able to get back home?
Why would I be worried about that? We've faced much bigger problems than this before, and we always pull through. This should be a piece of cake. Besides, life's always full of surprises. You gotta learn to just enjoy it. That sounds like a great outlook on life. You have a very optimistic spirit. Thanks, I'll take that. Honestly, though, it also puts me at ease to find out that you guys are the fairy and heroes that I've been hearing about in this prophecy. We're kind of veterans at dealing with prophecies by now, aren't we?
About that, has anything bad happened in the Metropole? We heard about an evil dragon. Did it make a mess here too?
It sure did. Apparently, for whatever reason, he went for the stars above the city recently. Literally just flew up and started snatching them out of the sky. Luckily, the guards responded quickly and stopped the dragon from taking them back to his lair. Unfortunately, though, he dropped them before he flew off. Now they're scattered all around the Metropole. I've been out trying to retrieve them, but I only managed to get one of them before you showed up. Oh, I didn't ask yet. What brings you to the Metropole anyway?
Oh, Paimon can explain.
TikTok, explain away.
I see. So, you want to consult the oracle of the goddess of prophecy. Do you know how we can do that, Miss Navia? Well, the goddess's statue is indeed at the top of the castle. I can take you up there.
Are we just going?
However, I've heard from the citizens here that the goddess hasn't given out any new revelations in a very long time.
Really? But Grandpa Almond told us that he received his prophecy from the goddess.
Yeah, but how long ago?
That's probably because the prophecy about the hero of Simulanka has been around for a very long time. But recently, people realized that the goddess didn't reveal anything about what's supposed to happen after peace has been restored. Okay. Still, can't hurt to try your luck.
And maybe you can help me get rid of the invaders while we're at it.
Invaders? So the dragon's not your only problem?
Right. The forest isn't the only place where strange things have been happening to the residents. Have you come across the gift from the goddess of prophecy yet?
You mean the protection magic that stops them from coming to harm? We saw it in action.
Yep, that's the one. Over the past little while, this magic has been triggering far more frequently. We don't know if it's simply because the metropole has grown a lot more dangerous, or if there's a deeper reason behind it. Some residents find themselves getting stuck in a place and unable to move. Others start repeating the same thing over and over again, like they're trapped in some kind of loop.
Oh.
If we were to use clockwork toys as an analogy, could it be that the tracks have eroded, or the gears have slid out of place?
That's exactly right, Nilu. That's basically what's happening. Anyway, some of the monsters outside the city saw this as an opportunity to launch an invasion.
But we didn't see a single monster on our way here.
That's because I already took care of most of them over the past couple of days. Of the remaining few, we trapped some of them inside the castle and chased the rest back out of the city.
Okay, so to summarize, not only has the magic here gotten all messed up, but the dragons also knocked some of the stars out of the sky, plus there's a bunch of monsters in the city. Sounds like there's a lot more to fix here than in the Forest of Blessings.
Well, defeating the dragon and the monsters should be straightforward enough. But how do we fix the magic?
Supposedly, the goddess has had it all planned out for ages. One of her oldest prophecies says this: "Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath my people's feet back to the stars in the sky."
Huh? But weren't the tracks the gift that she gave to her people in the first place? Does that mean she plans to take the gift back?
That's what the prophecy seems to be saying, yes. So, as a result, some people are against turning the gear, despite what the prophecy says, since they fear a future where they no longer enjoy the goddess's protection.
But letting this drag on isn't the answer either, is it?
No, and I think they know that. But they're just too afraid to take that final, terrifying step. They're still hoping there might be an alternative solution. Now, we could ignore their objections and go turn the gear ourselves, but...
I want to point out, it doesn't say what'll happen after she takes it back. It could be that she takes it back, fixes it, and returns it. But you want to be considerate of their feelings. Let them make that choice for themselves.
Exactly. You know me well. And that's why you're my partner. I want to get as many people on my side as possible. At the end of the day, this is their city, and they should have the right to decide its future.
Ooh, spoken like a true wise king, Navia.
Oh, like a true wise
I am
leader.
the boss of Spina di
not so much a
Rosula,
king.
after all. This may be my first time as a king, but there are a few similarities between the two roles. Traveler, Paimon, Miss Nilu, would you be willing to lend me your support? With your help, I'm confident we'll be able to find the most frictionless way to resolve the problems plaguing this city.
Sure thing, boss.
Ah, thanks, partner.
Seriously, like we'd ever say no. We're your friends. No need to ask us so formally in the future.
I'm happy to help too. This is a beautiful city, and just like the Forest of Blessings, I would love to see it return to normal as soon as possible.
Ah, great. As the King of Constellation Metropole, I extend to you my gratitude. All right, everyone, follow me. I'll show you the way to the goddess statue at the top of the Metropole. And stay close. You don't want to get lost in my castle. It's huge.
Yeah. It's huge. You're actually following her? No, doesn't look like it. Right. So, hold on a moment. Saw a thing over here. Paper airplane butterfly wings. We got one of these. Should be. Oh, there we go. It just started to.
Is this an answer from this world?
Only someone who is both exceptionally wise and attentive will be able to find my treasure. Let's start with something straightforward. First treasure is hidden on a pile of stones under the tree in my room. How's that then? About as down to earth as it gets. Perfect.
Is this any...
Congratulations, finding the first treasure. Now, time to head over to the bell tower in the southwest of the city.
Yeah. I'll keep this close. I'll keep this close.
Tiny little door. Just tall enough for a hamster with a bull fruit on its head. Yeah, that's fine. Oh. Oh, it's red light, green light.
reward on the
Damn it.
road.
There it is. Okay. There it is. Oh, hello.
I'll keep this close.
You, that's what do the thing yet, but we need to start it.
Oh my, what's in order? You must be Hollock, in which case, the one by your side must be a companion, must Paimon. Right in one, that's us.
We're that famous, are we?
News travels quickly to, from, and through Constellation Metropole. I must say, you're right on time. I was putting the finishing touches on this game of mine, named Flying Hats.
This feels too close to one of the forest creatures. I'm gonna choose a different voice. I hate when I decide I want a different voice mid-conversation. But let's see. I can't be like the eponymous hatter in the Flying Hatter who gave everyone a lovely hat, I fear. But I believe that flying hats will bring joy to those who play it. Also, I've designated 3 completely different gameplay modes for it. Oh, one day, don't worry, the rules aren't too complicated. You'll figure it out after just one game, I guarantee it. Righty then. This way, please. I'm gonna do that one. Just see that. Please. Watch your head. Oh. Oh. I see. That's what I was could have done. Bonk.
Is this an
I was
answer
gonna
from this
do a
world?
bunch of artifact combining work today. But it needed me to log back in.
Huh?
It never asked me to do that before. Not on mobile. Never really signed me out on mobile. Red light, red light, green light. It's gonna be blue, I think.
Is this an answer from this world? Is this an answer from this world?
For the star.
Huh? What's this?
Wait. This looks like the star I found earlier. I told the guards to place it near the goddess statue. Maybe they ran into some trouble up there. Guess we'd better hurry.
Oh no.
A reward on the road.
Okay. They'll be fine. Could you help me? Listen to me. Go. Kill him. Also, I heard a, I heard a chest.
Whoa! Why is the star on top of a mechanism? Uh-oh.
They're just normal enemies, but they gave them weird health bars. Story involved. It is difficult to fight on chairs. Or stairs. Chairs? Really?
Let's dance.
A reward on the road. Is this an answer from this world?
Oh, boys. Taste fiery bird.
We'll need more with it.
Feels like they really didn't want to give that to us.
Go, so let me just... Better. Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Some others down. Come on, guys. Hard together. Thank you, brave soul. You did great.
Another one in the bag. That sure was rough.
Is this an answer from this world?
I want to make sure that I... Oh, that's actually where we need to be. No. We're not going to do it like that. There was another way. Yeah. Past those guys. It's blue. Could have continued up this way. You're welcome. Ready. Oh, we have to do one of these again. Paper drums, thank you.
Is this an answer from this world?
Alright. Yeah. I along the magic thread. Oh, maybe this is what I could have done for you. There. That's a loop. Good. Ah, that's what the jump was for, I think. Where are you? Oh, yep. Jump straight up. Yep. I totally meant to go and get some figurines. Oh, we have enough for the actual outfit.
You better
There we
watch
go.
out. There's a cat burglar about.
You, now that we have that. Where are you? Rara. You are. Absolutely
Scaling
equip your
walls,
new outfit.
leaping across.
I never fixed this. green.
Yeah.
Oh, oh no! Oh no. That's why. Shatterwood's General, Stonehide Law Churl. Stamina.
I'll protect us. Let's dance.
Right, cheer me on. It's funny. There's probably ways you can play this game where there's a lot of elemental reactions to make battles go faster. But I found just overpowering a really powerful weapon on a character works even better, even if it takes a bit.
Is this an answer from this world?
Yeah.
Ah. Size point. What? We already got the fast travel point here. Yeah, there we go. Which is right there. So we just went up both sides, which is great. But what I want to do is get over there. I could possibly have done off stream. I want to see what these models are. Ooh, glowy one. Okay. Cool. Oh. Correct. Oh, right, because I hit X to do another one. this thing. How many do we actually have? 15 times we haven't done. I guess we haven't done 15 yet. Oh, we've done 7. Okay, we've done 7. What was it? It was this. Okay. Oh, not you. Blue was this. Could display everything and get that one displaying everything we got. Oh, we can have a good shelf for throwing a teapot. Cool, 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 cool. Alright. About what I was expecting. The worst idea just to end it for the day. I'll deal with some of the other stuff like this and this off stream, and there's also this. Like I did that one already. Okay. Yeah, I'll do some exploring off stream because we need to be on the top level of the castle to continue, and there's a lot of stuff not up there. But, like we always do, even if it isn't. Okay. Oh, that'll be it for tonight. Continue. Oh, actually, no, we won't. I won't be online tomorrow or Saturday. Because I'm heading up to partner and go to Lake Compounds on Saturday. I haven't been back there in years. I used to work there 6 summers. It was a summer job, pretty much. But yeah, just continually yeah, it's gonna be a lot better. They've improved the water park. But I won't be on stream until Sunday. All right, we are going to raid into my friend Minty Moe. Minty says she's playing Hollow Knight, but it looks like at the moment they're probably singing. I think they're doing some karaoke. So it should be pretty fun there. Good. Okay. Cool. And until next time, this is the Pirate King signing off. Have a good night.